start this look, I'm using a foundation primer all over my face to make sure my foundation stays in place, and then I'm using a sponge to apply foundation on my face and neck. I actually am using a Real Technique sponge instead of a beauty blender. Beauty blenders are super expensive, and I think that this one might actually work a little bit better, so I highly recommend it. They sell it at Ulta, Target, anywhere that has Real Technique stuff. You can find this sponge. It's awesome. And then I went ahead and used a concealer underneath my eyes and on any problem areas I had for blemishes or acne or anything like that, and blended that in with the sponge as well. And then I set everything with powder. I use a more densely packed brush underneath my eyes than I do the rest of my face because I find that it like helps pack the powder in better. And the lighting kept going in and out of this video. I'm so sorry about that. So I just kept setting everything with powder till it was all set. I don't know why I'm like repeating myself like 7 million times. But then I used a bronzer on the tops of my cheekbones and around my forehead, kind of as if I was contouring, but like on my cheekbones, I'm going directly on them and not underneath them. You just want to warm up the face, and it's okay if this looks kind of crazy, orange, whatever, we're gonna cover it up. So then I went ahead and used an actual contour color and carved out the sides of my cheekbones and around the edges of my forehead. And yeah, and then I also went ahead and used that same, oh wait, we're gonna do highlight first. Okay, so we're using a highlight. You know how on cats, like how they have the, I don't know what you call it, a muzzle maybe, that's like extended a little bit. So highlight brings any feature that you want to like have highlighted forward. Contour brings it back, the shadows. So I'm making kind of a circular muzzle around my mouth, if that makes sense. And then I'm using a contour on the sides of my nose to make my nose really, really sharp looking. And then I used that same highlight around the bridge of my nose to make it pop. And so then I went ahead and primed my eyes and started with a light brown color in the crease and just blended it all the way from my outer corner to my inner corner just to kind of make a base for myself. And then I took a much darker kind of espresso colored brown all over the lid and I just blended them in the crease. I'll have all the products that I use specifically listed in the description box below if you're curious. Then I went ahead and used some liquid liner to make a strong wing for myself, and I also extended my inner corner so that the inner corner is pointed and kind of, I guess you'd call that a wing, I don't know what the technical term for that is. But then I took that same dark brown color that I used on the lid and I brought it underneath my lower lash line just to make my eyes look a little bit bigger. Finishing off the eyes with mascara on both my top and bottom lashes. I didn't use false lashes when I was doing this, but you could totally do false lashes and it would look great. I went ahead and filled in my brows with a medium brown color, and the thing about your brows is you want to make them look kind of furry, so make them a little bit bigger and more dramatic than you usually would, and just kind of musk them up with your fingers a little bit, like maybe use a spoolie and bring them the wrong way, just a little bit, not so they're crazy, but just a little furry. So then you want to use another medium brown color and just make random spots. They don't have to be perfectly circular, they don't have to be any shape, just make like blotches of color right where you put the bronzer. So like the bronzer is kind of like the way you plan where you're going to put all your spots. I like them the way that I put them. You can put them all over your face too if you'd rather do that. And then just use some liquid eyeliner to draw like little brackets around them. Again, the shapes are not meant to be perfect at all. Just kind of do whatever you think looks good. And then you can use that same eyeliner, or you can use black face paint, whatever you want, on your nose to make a little like black cat nose. And I don't really know how to instruct you on that, but hopefully you can understand what I'm doing from looking at it. And then I used a black liquid lipstick on my top lip, and I cleaned off my bottom lip that had like touched the black at all, and used a really light nude pink gloss there. I highlighted the undersides of my highlighted underneath my brow bone, and then used a pencil, or I guess it's like a creamy pencil, black liner to make little dots for the whiskers. So that's going to be it for this makeup tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. I just recently made a Snapchat, side note. I am Sparkles and Such 26, but instead of Sparkles and Such, like A-N-D, it's just an N. I will have that written down below if you want to go add me on Snapchat. I think I'm going to do some Snapchat Q&As here in the future. We'll just see. I'll have all my other social media sites linked down below. If you guys recreate this look, make sure to send me a picture somewhere, anywhere. And yeah, I have a meetup coming up next Saturday at 2 p.m. November 14th at the Lloyd Center Mall in Portland. I will have the video explaining all of the information regarding that link down below as well. I hope to see some of you guys there, and I hope you're having a fabulous day. Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Just my time.